All right, welcome to the half day today at school. There's only a 20-minute period approximately, so I'm not going to drag it out for everybody. Everybody will get the same short and direct coverage of what's going on today. Now, the AP US History course is broken down into a couple of different concepts. First, there's course themes. Now, this is how they're looking for students to address in a thematic approach to the course, and in theory, it's going to help them understand it. Okay, so with this, in the thematic objectives, okay, there is a breakdown of the 7 major themes that I'm going to go over here, okay, that are the focus on the AP exam itself. Now, these themes focus on the major historical issues and changes. Okay, the goal is to help connect the content studies, kind of connect the dots between things. So when you have an understanding of one aspect of it, you can draw the similar circle with all the other things and bring a broader understanding. And this goes from the content studies to the broad developments and the processes that have emerged over centuries in what has become the United States. Again, from earlier times or pre-colonial era and colonial era to modern day. Now, defining the course themes. Okay, I'm going to break them down specifically, but these are the different course themes that exist right here. Okay, you've got identity, work, exchange, and technology, peopling, ideas, beliefs, and culture, America and the world, environment and geography, and politics and power. Okay, those are the breakdowns of things. Now, the one key thing that you don't see here is war. Okay, and although we cover wars because it's important to understand what happened in them, especially with America's involvement, they're more focused on the cause and the effect of the war, major shifts or things that changed during the war, rather than actual military history. That's something totally separate. They're not going to have that on the exam. So they're not going to ask you how battles went and things like that. They may ask you, what the major things that went on in World War II are, what continents did the United States play a role on, things like that, but not actual battles, strategies, and things along those lines. So war, although it plays a role here, is not a major focus of the course. So first theme we'll look at is American and national identity. This theme focuses on how and why definitions of American and national identity and values have developed, as well as related topics such as citizenship, constitutionalism, foreign policy, assimilation, political institutions, and American exceptionalism. Okay? So these are all aspects that can fall within this national identity. So that's the first theme. It covers a lot of things, but it's kind of the same concept when you see it of what they're looking for. The second one is politics and power. This theme focuses on how different social and political groups have influenced society and government in the United States, as well as the political beliefs and institutions have changed over time. Okay, again, things have drastically changed from the onset of the United States when we had the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans to obviously today with many different parties along the way. What were the social aspects that created this change, caused this change? What was the effect? Who are the political groups? As we'll start to look at with the political era that we're dealing with now, many different third parties will start to form that will affect the bigger picture, but all these aspects. So again, this is theme 2, politics and power. Theme 3, work, exchange, and technology. This theme focuses on the factors behind the development of systems of the economic exchange, particularly the role of technology, economic markets, and government. Okay, so again, we're looking at the economic aspect, but okay, how did technology, the economic markets, not only in America but worldwide, as well as government, play a role in that development of these different systems? Culture and society. Okay, this theme focuses on the roles that ideas, beliefs, social mores, and creative expressions have played in shaping, okay, the United States as well as how various identities, cultures, and values have been preserved, changed, and in different contexts of the United States. So basically, how this has evolved over the history of the United States, okay, what the different beliefs were, the focuses, the attention to beliefs, again, the difference that religion played in the 19th century as compared to today, Darwin's theories, these types of things, all creating changes and differences, the attitude of immigration, creating different expressions, and having played in shaping, those different aspects. So again, this can cover a lot, okay, in this one. This can be pretty significant. The next one is migration and settlement. This theme focuses on why and how various people who moved to the country, okay, and within the United States both adopted to and transformed their new social and physical environments. This will be a big part of, obviously, urbanization, how settling the West, all these things play a role with the migration within the United States, not necessarily focusing here too much on immigration to the United States. Geography and environment. This theme focuses on the role of geography in both the natural and human-made environments on social and political developments in what would become the United States. Okay? Again, this is going to determine where people are going to settle, why they settled there, what the benefits will be of settling there, as well as how things will change with the human-made environments, especially urban societies. This will play a huge role as we go through at different points in time. All right. America in the world, theme 7. This theme focuses on the interactions between nations that affected North American history. In other words, what nations affected us in the beginning parts, especially in the colonial period. After which, we'll be looking more at, the influence of the United States on world affairs. What type of impact have we had? Okay, obviously our first time it's really going to happen other than the Revolutionary War will be things like the Barbary Pirates and things like that with Jefferson. Okay, obviously evolving over time to where now today we're major players in the things that go on. But again, the evolution of that. All right, so those are the themes. Those are the 7 main themes that the course is broken down into, and they're going to look for everybody to be able to analyze on the AP exam. The next one is time periods. Okay, there are 9 major time periods that the course is broken down into also. But potentially, they're going to cover different percentages of the AP exam. They're not all going to be treated equal. Now, the following that I'm going to show is a breakdown of the different time periods and their importance, or should we say weight, on the actual AP exam. So here we go. Now, early contacts among groups in North America. This is basically exploration, okay, to the earliest of colonies. Okay, potentially this would cover 5%, 1491 to 1607. If this is going to be on there, it won't be on a DBQ. It won't be in the multiple choice. It potentially could be on or used during the long essay question. Okay, I've never even seen it on a short answer. So again, this is going to be very limited where this time period will actually be inquired about. Okay, the next 4 time periods, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we have North American societies in the context of the Atlantic world, 1607 to 1754, okay, which pretty much takes us up to the French and Indian War from the colonial era. Time period 3 is birth of the nation and struggle for identity. Okay, the pre-revolutionary period, revolution, and the period of time after that, in which we see the formation of the Constitution and the new United States taking shape. The next one, time period 4, growing pains of the new republic, 1800 to 1848. Obviously, this is going to cover the peaceful revolution, the changing of parties into the government with the presidential elections and changes. The War of 1812 really leading right up into the Mexican War in that process and how America was growing. This will also have the Jacksonian era involved in it also. And then time period 5, we have expansion, regional separation, the Civil War and its aftermath. This is going to be the rest of the time period from 1844 to 77 that is going to cover the pre-Civil War era, okay, to the post-Civil War era into Reconstruction, okay, with covering those aspects. Not everything, because there's going to be a lot of overlap here. As you see, a lot of these dates somewhat overlap. And that's because they're addressing slightly different topics and emphasis in those different ones. Then in 6, 7, and 8, that's okay, but this part is 45%. So 45% of your exam is going to be between period 2 and 5, another 45% between 6 and 8. Okay, 5% here, 5% there is the least amount that's going to be on it at all. Okay, it stays within those percentage points. So in this, on time period 6, okay, we've got industrialization, urbanization, cultural transformation. That's what we're in now. Okay, and that really covers a lot of time up there, and we'll hit in a couple different chapters. The other one is domestic and global challenges and the creation of mass culture. Okay, this is going to be the urbanization of society, cultural changes. That's going to coincide with immigration, a lot of other things. Part 8, or time period 8, increasing prosperity and global responsibility after World War II. Okay, so we've got here I think I might have skipped over the creation of mass culture here in part 7. Okay, this is going to be a big one because it covers not only the Spanish-American War, but World War I and into World War II. So there's going to be a whole lot of changes here. We've got the Great Depression in there, everything. So this one's going to be big with the progressive era, and that's where a lot of stuff comes from. So we're going to have to be on our A game to remember as much of that as possible. Okay, and then again, this one here on time period 8, increasing prosperity, the post-World War II era, entering the Cold War, and truly the economic dominance of the United States throughout the globe. That's where that's going to take. And then we have in period 9, globalization and the redefining of a national identity from 1980 to today. Once again, the 5%. Now, realistically, are we going to get to today? No, we're not going to get there. It's a race against the clock. We're going to make it through almost all of this stuff, and as we get to the latter part of here, it's going to be cutting it close when it comes exam time, but we're playing the odds. Okay, this is where these areas here have been the focus between last year and this year, and that's why. We're playing the percentages that 90% of the exam is going to be there. Okay, we're not going to put a whole lot of weight on reviewing or doing anything for this part or this part at the bottom because, okay, again, those percentages play into it. So that's really the breakdown between the themes as well as the time periods. They will play an important role, okay, and as we approach the exam, okay, you'll start to see where these time periods, where they affected on the exam and where they'll be included and not included. On that note, enjoy your half day. If you're at home, enjoy your whole day. Okay, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a good day.